When's the last time you bet on a sporting event?
Oh my goodness. Years before I bought the Mavs. Since I bought the Mavs, I haven't done it.
College?
Oh yeah, yeah. We had our local floor bookie and all that, and we used to, do pick sheets and stuff like that. For $5, $20, whatever. So yeah, it was fun, but yeah, nothing serious.
How will the NBA embrace this gambling?
Oh, I mean, obviously, Adam was the first commissioner of any major sports league to come out and say it's a net positive for not just the NBA, but for everybody. And so I think we'll work with the states and push forward. And I think Adam's already come out and said that his preference would be for a national law, a federal law that would simplify everything, because it's still going to be a grind and a challenge for every state to enact their own law, and then for any gambling organizations to fall within those rules. And so it could create there's still a lot of complications that have to be worked out at the state level. So, how we'll embrace it is yet to be determined.
How can you make the in-game, going to the game experience better with gambling involved in it?
Well, just look in Europe. I mean, look at all the soccer and even tennis. I mean, for all the small scandals and everything, people don't go just to strain their necks. Across Europe and across the world, people bet on pretty much every sport. That sports gambling is legal in 118 different countries, and so there are a lot of precedents already set. The technology is already there. People enjoy sporting events more because of it. So we don't have to reinvent the wheel. We just have to pick up some best practices.
But you have sports where like baseball. Can it pick up? Because there's so much downtime in a baseball game. Could you see where you're betting on pitches or what a batter is going to do against a certain, hitter?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, just batting on every plate appearance or every pitch. I mean, it's, beer, ballpark franks, and betting, baseball becomes real again.
Yeah.
It's like, baseball was a tradition, and, it's fun to take your kids and do the family thing with baseball, but, now you might even last 8 innings, and that's a big change. What
do you see as far as an app goes? Because it feels like this is all going to come down to your phone and that have the accessibility.
Yeah, without question. I mean, there'll be different ways for different types of customers. I mean, the lessons we've learned from technology is customers want to buy where they want, how they want, and when they want, and apps and other forms of technology will enable that. So not only will you be able to work on your phone, but I think TV will expand and you'll be able to bet interactively on your TV. Maybe some states will pick up location-based betting exclusively. So you might go to a racetrack and place your bets there. There's going to be a lot of things that have to be thought through to figure it all out. But there's no question technology will be at the heart. And I think part of what people are missing is looking forward 10 years. If we look at today's technology, you're going to have one perception. But if you look forward 10 years, I'll give you the Amazon example. Right now, Amazon has Prime Video, and you can watch all kinds of video, which you wouldn't think, movies, shows, whatever, original shows. You wouldn't think that's a core component of Amazon's business, selling toilet paper to whatever. But they use it as a way to drive more business into their stores and selling more products. It's very possible that gambling will be perceived the same way. If it might get down to a very, very low cost other to handle the transaction of the bet, and it may be integrated into other things. It may well be that your former employer ESPN will be taking bets through the television or through their online service as part of the viewing experience. And so that just changes all the economics. And that's why I think, the valuation of sports franchises is going to skyrocket, because 10 years from now, the whole realm of how we do these things is going to be different.
Talking to the Mavs owner, Mark Cuban, joining us, Dan Patrick Show. Could you see where you have something set up at the arena where you could go in there and place bet, almost like it's a betting bar?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I mean, hot dogs, sandwiches, sodas, bet slip, absolutely. And you want to bet, what's the score going to be at the end of the first quarter, who wins the quarter, who has the most points. There's so many different prop bets that you can have fun with that just change. And remember, A lot of this is already being done underground anyways.
Yeah.
And so this is not like we're having to teach people how to bet. And B, we do a lot of this with fantasy anyways. We're betting on who's, not betting, but we're playing with consequences on who's going to have the most points. I mean, look, watching a football game for your fantasy sports team, you might root against the home team if it helps you win your league. And so we're already trained. We're already, people already understand the mechanics of quote unquote betting. So it's not going to be a big challenge. It's just a question of figuring out what works the best and is easy for consumers to gravitate to.
For more Dan Patrick Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV or download the Dan Patrick Show app.